Hello everyone, how are you doing? Today we have an awesome topic to talk about. We're going to be talking about the correct way to eat. No, you don't have to diet, but there are ways to eat smarter and start making small changes that will help you to lose the weight. Before I get started, I do want to say, if you have any questions and if you do end up joining me during my live broadcast, feel free to chime in, say hi, tell us where you're from, ask a question. The questions I'm going to try to get back to them if there's any, at the end of what I have ready for you tonight. First of all, the $1 million question, everybody always, is intrigued. Is it true that you don't have to diet? No, you don't have to diet. We actually recommend that you don't remove any meals, any of the meals, any of the foods, that you are supposed to be eating, okay? If you start eliminating carbs, you start eliminating sugar, you start eliminating fats, your body might end up going into starvation mode and start holding on to your weight. And we don't want that. Of course, we don't want that. What we want, our goal is to eliminate the fat, right? And get leaner. Before I get started with any tips, I do want to make a disclaimer. If you have diabetes or high blood pressure, you do have to follow your doctor's guidelines. I'm not a medical physician. I'm not a nutritionist. So if you do have a medical condition, be sure to follow your doctor's orders first, because those are definitely a different circumstance. During the first month, we don't recommend any kind of diet, okay? No changes, nothing. Your body's already going to go through enough, with the detox. It's going to be like, what in the world are you doing to me? Okay, so we don't want to stress it anymore with, don't start a new exercise routine. Don't start, I'm going to eliminate carbs. I'm going to do that. No, try and stay as normal as possible during the first month, because we want your body, it's already going to be going through a lot of changes with the root. So we don't want to push it anymore. Okay, during the first month, the only thing that we do recommend is for you to train yourself to, first of all, the water. Okay, I talked about that last week, but we also want you to start eating every 3 hours. Okay, like I was saying, the first month, it's important just to kind of continue to stay the same. The only thing is the water and the eating every 3 hours, because the root is not a metabolism accelerator. Okay, it's not going to boost your metabolism. Its function is to eliminate fat. So how do we eliminate the fat with the root? You're going to be, more than anything, the first month is a detox. Okay, so you're going to be going more to the restroom, more than likely. You might also experience, the common effects that come with the detox, but it's already going through that change. But we do want you to eat every 3 hours. That way you are able to accelerate your metabolism naturally. We don't want you to use, other chemicals that are going to alter your metabolism. No, we wanted to jumpstart it, and that is definitely the best route to go. For example, if you are a person who works, okay, most of us work. Thank God I'm finally able to be home. I'm self-employed full time, so I kind of get to play with my hours. But if you are a worker, you know already your lunchtime. Okay, so this is tip number 1. Your lunchtime. You know that you have to eat at that time for lunch. So what are you going to do? You have to eat 6 hours before your lunch. Okay, your first meal has to be 6 hours. So let's say if my lunch is at 12 noon, I have to eat my breakfast at 6. That's where my breakfast is going to be, at 6. And then at 9, I'm going to have a snack. 12, I'm going to have my lunch. At 3, I'll have my snack again. And then at 6 o'clock, I'll have my dinner. Okay. The easiest thing to do is put a timer. Put a timer on your clock, on your phone. We have our phone with us most of the time. You put a timer, set it to every 3 hours, just like you do with your water intake. It'll help you that way. It's something very simple, very easy. Okay, I'm going to give you examples, like tips of things to do, what kind of foods you could be eating, to make it easy for you. I'm not telling you to go and have these, I don't know, complicated meals and meal preps and all kinds of stuff. No. Something simple, something that every mom can do, on a mom or dad, that work, and you can pack, and you can even pack your kids the same thing. It's super easy and simple. Okay, so once you have your time, that's month 1. Okay, you already set yourself, you're getting ready, you're training yourself to drink your water, you're training yourself to eat at least every 3 hours. That way your metabolism's running, as well as the root is working to eliminate the fat. And you have a perfect combination there. After your first month, that's when we encourage you to start making small changes to your diet. You can start off with, let's say, for example, you eat tortillas for dinner. Okay, you eat 2 or 3 tortillas for dinner. The first month, I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to eat 1 instead of the 3 that I usually eat. Make that change. The following week, instead of eating 2, I'm going to cut back to 1. Then the following week, I'm going to cut back and none. Okay, that it doesn't deprive your body feeling so much. Every week, add something. Okay, if you're drinking sodas, 3, 4, 5 sodas a day, every week cut back 1. And instead of that soda, you add your water or your diuretic drink. It doesn't have to be completely something harsh that you're like, oh, I'm dying. No. You can add, simple things to it. Your water infusions, things like that. And then cut back to where it's just maybe once a day, preferably during lunch. That way you will have time to burn, what you have been drinking. During your change, your ideal is to start eliminating in your dinner, the carbs. Okay, because that's what gets to us. The carbs turn into sugar, and then it turns into fat. You can have carbs in the morning, you can have carbs at lunch, you can have them even your last snack, you can have carbs. But dinner is not such a good time to have carbs. Okay, and that's easy because, let's say, for example, if you're into sweets, you like sweet things, you can have it for lunch, or you can have it during your first snack, or you can have it after in your second snack. You're not going to feel deprived because you're still going to have your little things that you like. The root, first of all, is going to help you because it does cut back the cravings. It's going to help you in that you're not going to be, oh, I want this, I want that. It does help. It does help in that sense. But you're going to help it to where what you're feeding your body is going to be at the correct time. Okay, I'm not saying, no, don't. But if you're doing, like, let's say, for example, breakfast, a good breakfast would be where you can have your cereals, your oatmeals, you can have tacos, you can have basically anything you want for breakfast. Okay, that should be one of your biggest meals, breakfast. During lunch, it would be your biggest meal, right? That would be when you would eat your meats, your pastas, your breads, your biggest meal, preferably breakfast and lunch. Okay, dinner, that's when you're going to have your lean meats, fish, tuna, a lot of vegetables, cucumbers, really good for dinner, especially like your late snack. You can even have another snack in the late afternoon. I like chips at night. I'm pretty sure a lot of you like them. Something that has helped me really bad. I like chips. So at night when I'm watching TV, because I don't watch TV all day, so at night when I sit down to watch TV, I want to crunch something and feel, I have that urge of what I want to eat. So I will my husband will make me, I cut out my cucumber and my jicama, and with lemon and tajin or chamoy, you know, that's really, really good. And it takes away the urge, you know, the cravings that I have for the crunchiness. For dinner, that's, you know, I talked about, we can have our lean meats, our fish. You can also do your lettuce with ham and cheese. That way you're kind of omitting the breads. Okay, we do want to eventually get to the place where, you know, most of our carbs are in the mornings and not so much in the afternoon, because that's when, you know, they become stored fat, and that's what it kind of works against us. Okay, and you see, you're not dieting, you are eating all types of foods that you like. Takeout is also another biggie. You know, I'm not saying not to eat takeout. Yes, you can have takeout once, twice. Pushing it would be 3 times a week, preferably. You know, your home cooked meals are definitely way healthier than eating takeout every day. Okay, so these are all changes that you don't have to make just to yourself. No, these are changes, you know, that we can make as a family. We all can be healthier. Definitely it helps, you know, with helping raise children that are aware of, you know, eating healthier, having a better quality of life, because that's what we want to pass on to our children. I'm going to give you examples of snacks that are really good. Snacks, when I talk about snacks, I'm not talking about, you know, grabbing a bag of chips or not such healthy snacks. No, I'm talking about delicious, nutritious snacks that are going to fill you up and provide you the vitamins that you need. An example that I really like of the frozen banana with peanut butter, you know, that's really, really good. You can make some for you. You can make some for your kids. Easy, good. It has potassium, which the banana and the peanut butter have potassium, which we need when we are on the Alipotec treatment. I already talked to you about my favorite snack, which is the cucumber with lime. Another snack that is really good is the slices of apple with peanut butter. I love frozen grapes and frozen strawberries. It feels like, I don't know, like if you're eating ice cream or candy or something. It's really, really good, and it satisfies. Almonds are really, really good for you. They have high fatty acids, but they are the good fats that we need. Okay, a toast with avocado is also really good. The avocado is really rich in potassium as well, so it's another source of foods that we need. And when you eat the raw carrots and the raw celery and broccoli and the cauliflower with a little bit of ranch, you know, that's really good. It does take away that need to have something crunchy like chips, for example. I know you're probably thinking, no, it does not taste the same. No, you're right. But with the time, you know, it does satisfy that crunchy, you know, type of food that you kind of want to be eating. So it is good. It's a really good option, and it makes you feel, you know, that you're not eating something that you're not supposed to be eating, basically. And another thing that I do want to talk about is people that eat super, super lean. They do have a little bit of a harder time with Alipotec because they're so used to eating clean all the time. Okay, we believe it or not, we do have a lot of people that are athletes, that are bodybuilders, that have goals, right? And for them, it's really hard because you do need the fats in order to eliminate the fats. But that doesn't mean you have to go out and eat fried chicken. No, okay? There's other ways to do it when you are an athlete. You don't have to, like I said, go out and eat very unhealthy. You do need to include good fats, the avocado, the almonds, the olive oil in your salad. You know, those oils are going to help you, help your digestion. It's going to help you eliminate that little layer of fat that you have around that muscle in order to pop it and make it show even more. But you do need to eat those fats in order to eliminate the fats, okay? And thank you for joining me today, and I hope this was informational for you, something that you can apply. I'm not saying to go out and start today, like right away, do everything. No, it takes time. We train our bodies, but you can do it. I believe in you, and you have to believe in yourself, okay? We'll be seeing you. Have a great afternoon. Thank you for joining me. Bye, guys.